Hi everyone, Matt Foyer here, Director of the Missouri Institute of Natural Science. And one of the common questions we get here at the museum is, what's the difference between a mastodon and a mammoth? Well, that's a good question actually, and it's a pretty easy one to answer. So they're both hairy elephants. If we look back here at this chart, the evolution of elephants, we see mastodons down here, kind of a short, squatty, hairy elephant, okay? But then, that's the mastodon. But up here, these are mammoths. Different tusk, a little taller, big hump on the back, but still hairy. At least the woolies are, and probably the Colombians. Colombians maybe not as hairy. But anyway, so visually, if you were to see these things, if you were an Ice Age hunter 15, 20,000 years ago in North America, you would see mammoths and mastodons. Now, they probably didn't cohabitate much, meaning that if you look at these teeth here of mastodon, it gets its name, it's a French word, maste. It's a breast-shaped tooth, okay? And this is a tooth that is for grazing. This is like a deer, so these guys are eating leaves, they're eating twigs. They can eat some grass, but probably not too much. If you guys ever take a walk and you see, especially in the fall, those big green hedge apples that nothing ever seems to eat, maybe squirrels chew on them, well, that's probably mastodon food. So their teeth are perfect for that. And that big hedge apple is a perfect size fruit for a mastodon. So the hedge apple, or the Osage orange tree, is probably kind of a fossil relic, something that was very plentiful back in the day, maybe not so much anymore, but offered Ice Age animals like the mastodon and maybe even some ground sloths a good source of food. But so that's your mastodon. Now the difference between them in teeth, if you look, here's a mammoth tooth, okay? See the big difference on that? These guys are here to eat grass, okay? Think of like a file. Think of, two teeth going over each other like this, grinding that grass away, all right? That's the mammoth tooth here. Now this, it's the size of a football. It's very heavy. This thing probably weighs 20 pounds, all right? These guys had about 6 sets of these in their life. Like the mastodon, as they wore out teeth, they would spit them out. You can actually see on this jaw here, this is a mastodon, right? Because we have these high cusps, okay? These are the spitter teeth. These things are they're worn, they're getting ready to get pushed out the front of the jaw, and new teeth are erupting in the back and just starting to be what we call an occlusion. You can start to see a little bit of wear on the enamel. And so this is a kind of a conveyor belt. Old teeth get pushed out, new ones come in. And so this one will move up front, the next one will come in. The same happens with mammoth teeth as well. Again, these guys are walking across big prairies, big grasslands, and they're eating that grass. These guys are living in the forest here, eating Osage orange, hedge apples, twigs, leaves, you name it, that's what they're eating. They can eat anything. Anyway, so that's kind of a basic, rough 1-2 on mammoth versus mastodon. Maybe later on we'll go into size difference, and I'll show you the difference between a Colombian mammoth versus the woolly mammoth. Woolly mammoths are smaller by quite a bit, so there's a lot of differences within them. But this is just the quick and simple explanation of mammoth versus mastodon.